Fuck. So close. But yet so far. Tonight was a very, very gutsy performance against the Melbourne Storm. Or should I say the Melbourne Scum. The Melbourne forward pass fuckwits. The grubs. I've got to say, as a Cowboys supporter, I'm very proud of the performance tonight. I'm very proud of the effort. But some of the stuff that the Melbourne Storm get away with out there is just absolutely disgusting. No wonder why people hate Melbourne. No bloody wonder. You know, there's a part, in the last 5 minutes there with Jesse Bromwich, I think it was, Jordan McLean made a tackle on him and he had him Jesse Bromwich put him in a headlock. And, Melbourne, they do these disgusting, dirty plays. They've been doing it since 2006. They've been doing it for a very long time. I'm not going to sit here tonight and tell you the Cowboys are ripped off or anything like that because I don't believe that. I believe the Cowboys had their chances, but they just couldn't execute. I thought Melbourne, they got away with the result. They won the game. They got away with the result. The Cowboys, for mine, were the better side tonight. Now, I'm not saying that because I'm biased. I'm really not. Look, I tipped Melbourne to win this game 17-0. So, for anyone to say that I'm biased, you're off your fucking head. But, my God. There is a case to say that Melbourne were poor. But I got to say, the Cowboys tonight, they were extremely brave. They should have won the game. At the end there, when they put the kick in from Drinkwater to Fell, was he tackled in the air before he even got the ball from Addo Carr? I don't know. You'd be the judge at home. But there were a lot of bad calls that went both ways. The Cowboys' last try to Kane Bradley was about a 5-metre forward pass. So there were calls that went both ways tonight. But my God, for us to go that close against Melbourne, considering we had no Hammer, no Val, Melbourne rested a bunch of players thinking it'd be an easy game. I got to say, the Cowboys showed me a lot tonight. They showed me that they can compete. They showed me they can do a lot of good things. But the sad part about it is we just didn't get the job done. But I got to say, the most frustrating part about tonight is when there was 5 minutes to go in the game, Channel 9 gave a fucking live interview to Felice Kafusi in his fucking hotel room. That's fucking disrespectful. That they, when the Storm scored that try to make it 20-12, everyone thought it was game over. And then they had that little interview, and then the Cowboys score. And honestly, have some respect for the opposition just because Melbourne are playing. So fuck Felice Kafusi. I didn't want to hear his voice. I put the TV on mute. I went, well, fuck this. I'm not gonna listen to Felice Kafusi. I'd rather put my head in fucking paint. But look, I'm frustrated. It was a very good game of footy. We should have won the game, but Melbourne stole it. I thought the Cowboys were the better side. But guys, let's get into the Friday Night Football review. I'm in shock, man. I thought we were going to win that. If we had won that game, I would have went crazy on here. But unfortunately, we just didn't get the job done. I'm going to review the Storm Cowboys versus Storm first, and then I'll get the Roosters Knights game just straight after it. So, the final score was Melbourne 20, North Queensland 16. It all started off in the 3rd minute. Addo Carr scored the first try. It was a very easy try. Melbourne 6-0 after 3 minutes, and I thought Melbourne were going to win the game by 50 after the first 3 minutes. And then in the 14th minute, again, the referees had a bad night here. A no try to Kane Bradley, obstruction. Drinkwater caught the ball on the inside shoulder of Shane Wright. The rule is the rule. I know it's no try, but was the Melbourne players ever going to get there? It's just ridiculous. The obstruction rule, it needs to be blown up. It's a fucking joke. So no try there. 19th minute, Olam scores. Hines misses the goal. Melbourne 10-0 after 19 minutes, and I'm sitting there going, well, game over. It's over. But then the Cowboys were brave, man. Right before half-time, Jake Grenville from dummy half, he gave it to Cohen Hess. He ends up scoring. Drinkwater converts the goal. Half-time, Storm 10-6, and the Cowboys are in it. They're fired up. They're pumped. They're backing themselves. They're doing a lot of good things right there. Half-time came probably at a bad time for us, to be honest. And then in the second half, 51st minute, Kyle Felt scores for the Cowboys. Drinkwater converts the goal. Cowboys 12-10. And I am literally shitting myself at this point in the game, thinking the Cowboys are going to win this. We're going to steal this from Melbourne. And then just Melbourne, they get away with the luckiest fucking try of the game. Kick from Jerome Hughes, and then Dean Aramea put the kick back on the inside. He sort of just kept it in. Remus Smith scores. A very lucky fluky try. There was nothing planned about that. Melbourne 16-12. And then they score again. Melbourne 20-12. And I'm going, well, game over. You know, we're fucked here. It was Addo Carr's second try. Melbourne 20-12. And I'm thinking, it's game over. And then Channel 9 went to that stupid Felice Kafusi interview. I don't know why. Probably just to suck his ass. And then Cowboys got short kickoff. They get the ball back. And then Talangi throws a 5-metre forward pass to Kane Bradley. Scores in the corner. Say what you want about it. What is what it is. Drinkwater misses the goal. Storm 20-16. Fuck me. It's game on. Cowboys are throwing the ball around. They couldn't score. Melbourne are 2 metres offside and all this bullshit. And then anyway, full time, Storm win the game, 20 points to 16. I'm not going to give credit to Melbourne at all. I'm not. I'm sorry. I don't like Melbourne. They get away with murder. You know, the dirty tackles, chicken wings, crusher tackles, deliberately holding down in the ruck. They get away with all this bullshit. And, you know, if you're going to get away with all these dirty tactics, don't expect praise from me, because you're not going to fucking get it. So, you know, have a look at the completion rate. The Cowboys, 83%. Melbourne, 77%. Cowboys had 30 from 36 sets completed. Melbourne had 33 from 43. What else happened here? Melbourne had about 1,000 penalties. They had 1,000 set restarts. Look, the Cowboys should have won the game tonight, but unfortunately, they didn't win because a couple of bad calls went against them, and Melbourne were able to hang on. But my top 3 players on ground tonight, I'm going to give no praise to Melbourne because I refuse to do that, because they're all dirty grubs. I don't like any of them. They're fucking dirty and they're protected. So, top 3 players on ground for tonight's game. Number 3, I'm going to go with Christian Welsh. Number 2, I'm going to go with Josh Addo Carr. Number 1, my man of the match for tonight, whether you agree or not, completely up to you. My man of the match is Reece Robson. He was outstanding in a beaten side. So, even though the Storm win the game for 20 points to 16, Reece Robson gets my man of the match for the Storm's win over the Cowboys, or should I say, the Storm's lucky win over the Cowboys. But anyway, we'll move on to the earlier game that was on tonight. Roosters over the Knights. Roosters 28, Knights 8. This was a very good game for a while, but Newcastle just gave up, it felt like. It felt like they just gave up. So we'll get into that game right now. It was a good game for a long time. It really was. And it all started off there in the 13th minute. James Tedesco cut up ball to Daniel Tupou. No try for a forward pass. The referees need to get the shit sorted together with the forward passes. They really do. 15th minute. First try score goes to Jacob Saifidi. Ponga brings Saifidi under. He scores for the Knights. Knights go to a 6-0 lead early on now in the 15th minute. 17th minute. No try to Heimel Hunt. Knock on from Ponga. It came off his bicep. I didn't know what bicep was a knock on. I'd love to get the rules on that one, but no try there to Heimel Hunt. 18th minute, Roosters offside. Knights kick a penalty goal. Knights go to 8 points to 0 after 18 minutes. 27th minute, Sam Walker cleared up automatic Cavalli. He drops it before the line. A bomb try gone there for the Roosters. 30th minute, this was a very big moment of the game as well. Joseph Manu, one-on-one strip off Dominic Young. And then, literally the next set, 31st minute, James Tedesco, short ball to Satili Tupanua. He goes over and scores for the Roosters. Tedesco misses the goal. Knights 8-4. And then right before half-time there, in the 36th minute, Hutchison runs the ball on the right-hand side. Offload to Victor Radley. A flick over to Joey Manu. And he scores over in for the corner in the Roosters. Tedesco kicks the goal. Half-time, Roosters 10 points to 8. And you got to remember at this point in the game, the Roosters lost Billy Smith, Matty Cavalli. They had Angus Crichton and Satili Tupanua playing in the centres. They had Manu on the wing. It was absolutely chaos. And Isaac Liu in the back row. And then in the second half, they also lost. They kept losing players. The Roosters, they were losing everybody. It was unbelievable. They kept losing players. It was absolute chaos. And then, I think in the 46th minute, they lost Satili Tupanua. He went off the field, which was a shame. And then in the 57th minute, James Tedesco cut out ball to Daniel Tupou. He scores for the Roosters. This time it wasn't a forward pass. Tedesco misses the goal. It was very, very windy up at the Sunshine Coast Stadium. Roosters 14 points to 8. 66 minute. Lachlan Lamb scores for the Roosters. Right-hand side attack. They had the numbers there. They went through their hands. Lachlan Lamb scores for the Roosters. Tedesco misses the goal again. Roosters 18-8. And then Tedesco short ball to Satili Tupanua, who came back on the field in the 70th minute. He scores a double for Tupanua. Tedesco goal. Roosters 24-8. And then with about 4 minutes to go, Angus Crichton scores for the Roosters. Walker misses the kick. And at full time, the Roosters win the game against the Knights. 28 points to 8. Like I said, good game for a long time, but then the Roosters they were so good in the second half. I thought James Tedesco was absolutely outstanding. I thought Joseph Manu was great. Daniel Tupou had a strong game. I thought Hutchison and Sam Walker were very good. Hargraves was outstanding. Crichton was absolutely brilliant. Tupanua was awesome as well. Radley was good. Thought the Roosters bench played well. Nat Butcher, Fletcher Baker, and Egan Butcher, they all did really well for the Roosters. As for the Newcastle Knights, I thought Heimel Hunt had a good game. I thought Jacob Saifedi and Daniel Saifedi were both very good for Newcastle. I thought Barnett was okay in patches. Connor Watson was one of their best players. But the Roosters, just a little bit too good for the Newcastle Knights tonight up there at Sunshine Coast Stadium. Roosters got a lot of injuries at the moment, so we'll see the fallout on that and see who's available next week for that big game against the Parramatta Eels, which is going to be an absolute cracker. But my top 3 players on ground for the Roosters versus Knights game tonight. I'm going to go number 3. I'm going to go with Angus Crichton. Number 2, I'm going to go with Satili Tupanua. And number 1, my man of the match, I'm going to go with James Tedesco. Thought he was absolutely outstanding tonight. The Tedesco gets my man of the match. But guys, if you enjoyed the Friday Night Football review, make sure you guys go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, fellas. See you guys in the next one. And fuck the Melbourne scum.